Welcome back, everyone. So we are going to rewind a little bit as there was something I forgot to narrate like 2 sessions in a row because every time we got to it, it was super late. So I'm gonna go back to the Blooming Vine Inn. During a quiet moment together, Zeke and Raelynn found themselves sharing pieces of themselves that neither often voiced out loud. When Raelynn noticed another tattoo along Zeke's hip, he revealed a runic marking stretching from his hip to his thigh, giving something given to him by those who trained him at the Shattered Veil, and told her that it had awakened a latent magical ability within him. Reflecting on it now, he described it as something that he didn't resent and was more like a battle scar to him. Raelynn encouraged that perspective, reminding him that he had only acted on the knowledge he had at the time and shouldn't feel foolish about what he had done to lead his brother and Nyra into danger. In return, she shared the story about her prematuring gray hair, explaining that it began during her mother's illness. The two had a conversation that deepened into the night, and they both offered each other someone willing to listen if the other wanted to share more. And Raelynn, surprised but not offended by how clearly he seemed to see her, agreed, so long as the understanding went both ways. They settled on that pact of trust, 2 people willing to listen when the other was ready to speak. By the time the night ended, the ease between them had grown into something quiet, so meaningful. When Raelynn left the next morning, she folded up her clothes, filled the teapot, and left a note to thank him. Not just for the unexpectedly pleasant evening. Raelynn, that morning, as you leave, the Blooming Vine Tavern has a decent view of the train station in Erith. It's pretty distant, but you can still see, you can make out how much of a crowd there is on any given day from where you let out of this inn. This morning, it's kind of dark out because you said that you wanted to like wake up before dawn.
Yes.
Nyra, it tends to be.
Right.
But you can see that there is a lot of uniformed officers in the distance. They seem to be not patrolling, but lining up there, just like they were the other day when you guys arrived, which was about 2 days ago, I believe now, 3 days ago. As you take your horse and go through the city, the morning kind of feels... There's something in the air that feels a little bit off. All of the buzz and excitement of yesterday feels like it's been dampened by the events of last night in particular. Uniforms are everywhere. Savorin armed forces patrol in deliberate pairs. There are capes flowing behind them. It looks like there's a lot of high-ranking officials everywhere you go this morning. There's a non-stop back and forth of citizens, even for this time of day. Like, it feels strange. People are busy and distracted. It looks like they're going from like A to B. You see that there are, once you start getting closer to the inn, you notice that those people that were kind of tucked away before in the alleyways that you noticed were kind of down on their luck, more of them are like out and up at this time of day, walking around the street. You feel the tension. You pass by people and you can swear that there's a lot of angry and wary voices, so you can't really catch anything that they're saying. There's just this certain tension in the air. Eventually you make your way back up to the God, now it's leaving me, the slumbering titan, is that what I called it? You make it back to the inn. You have no issue getting your horse into the stable. You're able to go up the stairs, and you eventually find yourself on your floor, but then you continue up towards Alina and Vale's room. You knock at the door.
I'm trying to think if she would have changed first, because she's still in her gown.
You have that option.
I know, but Nyra wakes up really early. I think I'll knock on the door.
Did you not change into Zeke's clothes at one point?
I left them folded up on his bed before I left, and she put her gown back on.
All right. Well, Vael is at the door quicker than you expect. And Chinook is right next to him, looking excited, like he was about to go outside. And Vael like opens the door, crack, and then all the way. Raelynn, what's going on?
I didn't expect you to be up this early, if I'm being honest.
Almost dying a couple of times put things in perspective. I don't think I'm pushing myself hard enough.
Good, I'm glad. This is the reason why I came. If you'd like to go for a walk, I figured we could take Chinook to the park across the street. Maybe spend some time.
Sure, sounds good. And he probably did leave a note in case Alina woke up, that taking Chinook out, be back soon kind of thing. But yeah, they head out the park grounds.
Yeah, the park you've been going to every day pretty much to give Chinook a walk. It's fairly empty. There are a couple of people who kind of seem to just sleep on public spaces in this town. Right now, there's no one walking around the paths, though.
Yeah, I think Raelynn will just lead them to like a park bench with a good view of the skyline kind of thing, and just sit with me a while.
Yeah. So, how was your evening?
Fine. Yours?
Wonder if he's going to press that. Only fine?
Mm-hmm.
It was alright. Mostly complicated.
How did Matthews go?
Well, he knows who we are. He's handed us another stray mage. He still wants to make a positive change, and he's willing to work with us, so long as I don't give him reason, and yes, I in particular, don't give him reason to believe that we're trying to subvert the positive direction he wants to go in.
So he knows we're from Hegareth?
Yes.
That's fine. Which is weird for her to say.
It wasn't ideal, but things were getting heated. Magic was about to come out, and I really didn't want to have to fight him.
She's just gonna look at his arm. That's probably, it's still like burnt up a little, right?
He's healed, but it is like there's internal damage, but the scars are pretty nasty.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame you.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, my reasons were more personal than practical.
And they were?
Well, Alina.
That's fair. What happened on the roof anyways? I didn't.
I just wanted to talk to him, present him with some ideas, some ways to sway the others. But before I could even get a word in, those chimeras showed up. And the fake Ravensworn, and one of them held his little girl hostage. And I didn't even think for a moment. I don't know. I lost sight of myself, and all I could think about was saving her.
I think Raelynn lets out, as badly timed as it is, a little laugh at that. Like, she's just like a little chuck. She's like, that is the most veiled answer to anything I've ever heard.
What do you mean?
I mean, look at how you treat children. It only makes sense that you would put your life in danger to save one. Save a childhood you never had. It's been more than once, Vael.
I suppose you have a point. I guess I just have to come to terms with the fact that I will never see myself the way you do.
I will. I believe it. If not, I'll make you.
Well, that's certainly a lofty challenge you've got for yourself.
You know me. I won't stop.
Yeah, but unfortunately my past won't stop following me around either.
Good thing I'll have your back and it can't find you without going through me.
You understand it's your family that should be protected by us, right?
Yes. And I think that's why I feel so guilty right now, is because I let my oath to my family get in the way of my promise to you. There was another Ravensworn look-alike downstairs, and I got distracted, and my anger just got in the way, and I couldn't stop wanting to know how she got the pin, whose it was, if it was Vixx, if it was Garrick's, my uncle. It could be anyone. I know them all. We lost 2 of them, and she's gonna like take the pins that she had and put them down on like the bench beside them. Just be like, I'm glad we didn't lose 3. And she'll look at Vael in the eyes when she says that. But I promised you I'd always have your back, and I didn't. And I'm sorry.
You did.
I didn't.
He's going to put an arm across her shoulders. And it's just like, hey, you had a part of the battle that I wasn't at. You were taking care of something that I couldn't see, just like I should have been taking care of something you couldn't see. We trust each other. That's why we don't always have to be in constant sight. Besides, who would have guessed that what I faced would be that overwhelming?
I guess you're not a god after all.
Yeah. I guess not.
But you are a hero.
Perhaps one day.
I wish you could see the way I look at you.
I keep hoping that one day, one deed I do, one act of actual, true courage and heroism would make that scale swing the other way for me. But it just never feels like enough.
Well, hopefully, with enough of these, you'll finally feel like the scales have tipped. It
Maybe.
doesn't have to be a big heroic gesture. I know that's what you'd love to do, go to the blaze of glory. That's the other Vale way, but...
You've been reading my journal, haven't you?
No. You did show me the painting, the sketches, but... I know you.
I know. Better than most.
Missed you.
You don't have to.
I do. She hasn't talked to me yet.
It's not because she doesn't want to.
I tried. I'll keep trying for you.
I appreciate that, because I assure you, you've lost no friends.
That's good to hear.
And I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but I am sorry for how things happened.
Don't be. I'm just as much at fault as you are. And to be honest, I think I'm more at fault. At least I knew.
We all poorly handled our emotions during that interesting couple of days.
That makes her laugh a little.
But we're learning. All of us have repressed them so much for so long. So we'll learn together. We'll fix it.
I'm willing to put the work in.
Good, because you're not getting rid of me.
Well, I could talk to someone that owns a chimera. There's someone that I have to question. I told Kemi to keep him alive.
Well, that's fair. But I did get the chimera in the end.
I'm sure he has more.
Well, good. I have training to do.
Yeah, you did promise you'd train with me.
Whenever you're ready.
Not today. I'm not. She looks down at her dress.
Yep, you're not dressed for it. I've noticed.
No.
Was he a gentleman?
Who?
Whomever you visited.
I don't like... Have you been reading my journal?
Of course not.
I told you didn't have to worry about me.
I know
And
that.
I was being honest.
and I trusted you.
I met with Zaketsu.
Can hardly blame you. Certainly
Nothing happened. Don't think of it that way. Let me be absolutely clear.
Why not?
Because. And she does like this, like...
You're not into men anymore?
Well, that's not what I meant.
Well, I'm not following.
Well, I don't know if you remember 2 weeks ago when that whole thing happened, so I'm not quite ready for that kind of thing yet.
Well,
or ever because of the curse. But, you know, not everyone's as stupid as you are to go against it.
I think curses tend to be over-exaggerated.
So you've told me. But not everyone thinks the way as you do.
Do you think that... Scratch that. So you're telling me you would be interested in him if not for the curse?
No.
Insight check.
Okay. I don't think she's deceiving you. She just doesn't think of him romantically right now. Like,
That's
she finds
fair.
him attractive, but she's not, like, wanting to date right now. She's still pretty hurt.
That makes sense. Well, I guess everyone processes differently.
Mm-hmm. And she's just like...
Vale's process would be banging everyone in sight.
I don't think so.
If Vael went through what Raelynn went through, half of this nation would be pregnant.
And the other half for the men?
Yes. They also got some.
They're just
They
not
gonna
pregnant.
get pregnant.
Yeah.
They're just not pregnant, yeah.
Didn't I tell you that I swore another oath?
No. This isn't about protecting me now, is it? Because
no, it's about protecting my sanity. I vowed during the sunlight ritual. I can't remember what it's called, but that I would not get distracted. So that's also part of it.
I see. You made an oath to not be distracted by something you might desire.
No, not desire. Do not desire him.
I'm just talking in hypotheticals. The fact that you're so fixated on him, though, is interesting.
He's the only person I met with.
I'm just saying. It sounds like an interesting way to take things. And if it's working for you, then I'm happy for you.
I have to focus on the nation. That's why I did it. I was sent here to protect our country and our people. Not to gallivant, not to socialize.
Still, a happy worker is an efficient worker.
I am happier today.
Good. I wish I had your focus. I, unfortunately, have spent a good portion of my time thinking about other things that are ahead.
Do you care to share, or did you want to keep them to yourself right now?
Some I can share, some I can't.
I won't push.
This meeting in the desert. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what I'm going to find. And the unfortunate vision that I had. I don't like visions. I don't like prophecy. I don't like any of this bullshit.
That's why I haven't had my cards read.
Same. And it complicates things because just by having seen something that might change what I would have done and could ultimately cause it to become true, or
I understand completely.
it asked for an offering.
Do you know what of?
I was the offering.
Is this another go in a blaze of glory moment?
That's not my intent.
What
I
does
have
it
to
need an
know.
offering for?
I couldn't tell you.
Knowledge? Power?
My vision ended abruptly when I hit the ground.
Oh. What am I going to do with you?
Maybe the dragon will grant me some wings and we won't have to worry about that anymore. Although I suppose I was
Honestly?
flying at the time, and that didn't stop it, so.
Maybe, I don't know, Nyra seems to think if you sit down and you think about beings outside of your control that they'll talk to you. Maybe if you think about it a little more, it'll speak to you again. Or maybe when we're in the desert, you'll have a closer tie.
Well, I guess I'll find out when I meet it. See what
Mhm.
it is actually asking for.
We're gonna meet it.
Oh, was that not clear?
Okay. Do you know where it is?
No, but the gentleman I spoke with in Lorraine Hollow does.
Oh.
But he can't gain access, and I can.
If it'll put your mind at ease.
I suppose it will either way, won't it?
You would stop thinking about it, I guess.
But it's what set everything in motion. It's what removed me from my home, sent me to this plane, gave me the power to survive this plane.
Then we have to.
No. But first, I'm supposed to be focused on saving our nation.
Not you. That's my vow, not yours.
I think we all sort of took a similar vow as we headed into this country, but we have to sway this vote. We have to try to ebb the flow of soldiers to the north.
Yep. I intend to reach out to Varric after the results of the vote today. Hopefully
I was
we'll hear
also
from him.
intending to reach out to him today.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Nothing mission related.
Oh.
Just trying to repair things.
And how do you feel about that?
Unworthy?
I think she'll just like place a hand on top of his hand. You'll be fine. We both think the world of you.
And yet I haven't thought nearly enough about your feelings, either of you.
That's life.
Well, not anymore. And then there's those other two. I don't think I've said a kind word to them since this mission started.
Yeah. To be honest, I've been lacking at that as well. Let's do better.
Agreed. One more oath. He sticks his hand out.
As you guys
I think. Oh,
go ahead.
I was gonna say Raelynn's gonna pick up one of the Ravensworn pins and like clasp him like this and give it to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys make this vow and you guys kind of are thinking those thoughts on Leif and Nyra. Nyra, you would be the first one up apart from these two who got up for their own reasons.
You're muted.
You will have to unmute.
I stayed up after Lyriel did that thing to me and went downstairs.
Everyone's up early.
Yeah.
That woke
It's
you
just
up,
that
right?
kind of day.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What are you guys doing then? Nyra, what do you do? Leif, what do you guys? Yeah, go ahead.
After preparing my spells for the day, and sending that message, she go down to breakfast. This is the secret. She goes down early so she can just eat like a teenager when no one's around.
I went downstairs probably, I think we said that woke me up around like 4 in the morning, and I figured I was up. So would I have seen Raelynn come back if I was hanging out in the lounge and then leave with Vale and then come back again?
The lounge isn't like you'd have to go into the lounge
Okay.
in order for that to happen. Though maybe you saw them go out, or at least heard Chinook leaving the lobby.
I don't think you'd think anything too much of that. Yeah, just sitting down there waiting for other people to wake up, having a whatever the equivalent of a Irish coffee is in this place.
Dwarven coffee.
A dwarvish coffee.
Yeah. I figure out what that would do for you if you only slept for 4 hours.
Probably need to make a saving throw to avoid exhaustion.
I think that's only after like
Not for
And
the
the-
first day.
No,
Yeah.
that's the first day.
yeah, I think you're fine on the first one.
Okay. Call it a short rest.
Yeah, it'd probably be more like a short rest than anything. But yeah, you're able to find it's like I said, the food here is included. There's a bar lounge sort of thing where you and Nyra were drinking, which is probably where they would direct you to go and sit if that's what you were looking for that morning. But they also have a quieter restaurant area as well. The kitchen kind of serves both. I guess, yeah. You guys eat some delicious food. I don't know if you guys want to be in the same spot or if you end up in different spots and don't realize that the other's up. That's
Yeah.
also fine.
If I see Nyra, I'm going to talk to her.
Nyra sees everything, so she'll come over. There's no hiding from her.
Morning.
Good morning. You're up early.
Yeah. Never guess what woke me up.
Nyra would immediately notice what's on his arm. Her perception is really high.
I was gonna make a smart comment, but she just points to it. I think I know.
Yeah.
You went out and got a tattoo?
No, I woke up with this one, believe it or not, and I didn't even get that drunk last night.
She came to you then.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh man, it hurt like a son of a bitch.
Right?
Why does it have to hurt like that? Surely.
I think we're not meant to stand in their presence.
Well, I didn't start hurting until she I get wrapped up in all these filaments that started cutting into my skin.
To be fair, she also didn't move towards you.
She wrapped you in. Well, she is guide's death, so maybe it's like strings of fate.
I think that was sort of the vibe.
You're all knotted up in it.
Yeah.
I poke the tattoo. Is it dirt?
A little bit.
Ooh.
But also there were it looked like there were all these cracks or something around, and I was descending down this formless shaft.
Shanks. Also, you have the echoes background.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Weird. It just changed. That's so weird. You left us. Wait. Vixx, there's not supposed to be cracks in her domain, right? Like, that's kind of wild.
It's odd, for sure, to hear that. In fact, no, she wouldn't get anything off formless unless Leif went into what he actually saw.
Yeah. It's like a really, really white space I was descending down through.
That would be weird.
White space?
But yeah.
You'd expect more like nebula space.
That's... Unless all the writings we have about her are wrong.
Well, the last time it was kind of a nebulous space.
Right. That's... I don't think that's good.
Well, let me tell you what she told. Well, she asked me if I have been afraid of the changes.
What changes? The ones to you?
I guess that's kind of, I assumed what she was talking about. I said some of them. And then she asked me if I was going to let them control me. And then I said no. And then...
Sounds like you.
Yeah, I thought so. Then she asked me if I sought to master my own fate, and I said that I did. And she said to keep that persistence. And
then you woke up with a new tattoo?
yeah. And it felt like shit, too, man.
Yeah.
I've been sitting down here waiting for this headache to go away for like 3 hours.
Don't know if whiskey will help that, but...
Well, if it doesn't, the coffee will.
Something is very wrong. And not just with the ground, the earth god. That's not what her domain should look like.
They can't make it look however they... I mean, they can make it look however they want, right?
Theoretically. But... It's sort of like how Raelynn always wears blue.
Yeah.
You know,
It's sort of
it's like-
got like a brand they're going for.
Yeah.
And I think
it's like space.
And I think when Nyra describes what it's supposed to look like, Leif, those cracks that you saw, it looked like on the outside, like the other side of them would be space.
I will I will of course convey that.
So she was on the others? She was
in the space with me.
in the white space.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the white space was her
With
actual
these
domain
cracks.
that led to her domain.
It's what it looked like, that sort of description. Maybe the cracks are good?
The cracks in any foundation sound good to you?
Well, they were in the wall. If it's something you want to bring down, then the cracks make it easier. If it's not supposed to be like that and it's cracking, then maybe that's good.
The first time you saw her, though, she wasn't in the white space, right? She was in...
No, it wasn't white like that.
Important note that one of those was a prayer time, and the other night was a dream as well.
Yeah.
Just curious. I feel like Keelan and his friend would know more.
Perhaps we won't run into them again.
They're on the way out. They're in Zordan.
As you guys are having this conversation, you probably hear a little patting of and barking. Well, not barking, but like that sort of about to bark noise, and then Chinook stifles it as Raelynn and Vale make their way back up. What are you guys doing?
You go.
Vale would let Raelynn head back. He's going to do some jogging, running around with Chinook, but he's just trying to make sure that he is functionally in shape as much as possible.
They'll start some morning routine. Very nice.
He is not the immortal he thought he was, so he's.
I gotta take care of this body. I only have one.
No,
It turns out I have to try a little bit, which is weird, but I guess I'll do it.
Raelynn, you go up and get ready for the day.
Yeah, she's sneaking in as best as she can. Like when Nyra's looking the opposite direction, she's kind of like hugging the wall and walking in, pretending like like focused, not trying to be too sneaky because that'll draw attention as well. But she's gonna walk up and go put on her fancy new Savorin outfit, her business time outfit.
All right. Well, unless anyone has anything else they want to do, I think Alina begins to wake up for the day. I don't know how long Vale takes, but
He's new to jogging, so like 20 minutes.
Well, I'm hoping to wake up early because I want to do this sending when Vale is not there.
oh, fair
Having
enough.
woken up and seeing that he's left a note.
Okay.
Should have time for that.
He already gave you what he wanted.
Oh, right. Would you have... This might change
No,
things then.
he said he was going to write it out by morning. So it is in his book, which you may or may not know that.
Unless you would have told me, then no, I'll have to wait for you to get back.
She wanted to say, I hate you.
Staying away from my boyfriend.
Yeah, that is the next thing that comes up though. So go ahead and describe Vale coming back exhausted.
Vale returns to the room, looking very sweaty. Chinook looks very happy. He comes here, he's just like, hey, morning.
You've been busy?
Exercise.
Okay.
I don't know how Raelynn does it.
Well, you did promise to train with her.
Yeah, but that would have been mostly me proving that she can't dodge my attacks.
Right. No offense, I think she'll kick your ass.
Just because I'm not as physically fit as her doesn't mean that she has the upper hand.
Right. If we're talking magic versus martial, you both have a great shot. If you're talking just combat,
Well, all I have to do is touch her, so why would I do anything else?
well, this I've got to see. Not today. Please do not
Yes, she
do
already
today.
told me not today.
Good.
So, are you ready to send, or should we wait?
Let's go ahead and send. He sounded distracted last time I tried to talk to him midday, so maybe we can catch him early enough.
That's a good point. All right. Well, he goes to his book and opens up to the page. You already have a copy of it, but he reads it out loud and then slides it across. But then, before he expects her to send, he does stop to just check in with her, like, is this okay with you? Because I know this is very personal and very complicated.
No, I can do this.
Okay.
I was actually going to get up and just take care of it until I remembered you haven't told me yet what you wanted to say.
You were going to do it without me being here.
Silly, but wanted to prove it I could do on my own without needing any backup or encouragement. Take the first step.
Well, I appreciate the initiative.
And then you wouldn't be staring at me the entire time wondering what he's saying back.
Exactly. That probably would have spared me some difficult moments of trying to read your facial expression. Tell you what, here's the book. I'm going to go clean myself off because I smell disgusting.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but...
I'm going to let that one slide today. He heads to wherever he has to go to clean up. I don't remember the layout of this place.
You guys have like a whole large master bathroom in this suite, so
Nice.
All right, I will cast Sending to Varric, and it reads, "From Vale. It got complicated. I'm sorry. I care for you immensely. May not be exactly what we both secretly desired. Need you in my life."
Unlike the last time that you sent him, he doesn't sound like he's exhausted or distracted. He does sound like he's already probably been up for a while. I mean, he's kind of on the front lines of a war, so you might expect that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of tension in his voice at first, but then it kind of tapers off into a relieved tone. And you hear back. Actually, there's like a pause, like as if he's figuring out what he's going to respond with. Unlike other people, it doesn't sound like he has to count when he's responding to you. And it says, "You'll always have a place with me, whatever shape that takes. I'm sorry too. I realized too late. My there's like a shift in his tone that sounds even fonder. My care for you, or my care is unchanged. And then it ends with, thank you, Alina.
I will, when Vael comes out from getting cleaned up, I will describe it as faithfully as I can.
Well, that is a relief.
How long does it take Vael to get cleaned up?
Not that long. Given the use of prestidigitation, he cleans himself up pretty quickly, and then just gets some sort of scented water on a towel and just kind of dabs himself a little bit, and that's about it. It's an easy process.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else would be doing during this time as everyone's getting ready for the morning?
When Vael comes out, and after I relay the message, so Raelynn's up and at it?
Yes, she arrived early this morning.
She was out all night.
Shanks, you didn't read the message, or did you?
I did not. Yeah, I don't have Discord open when.
Oh,
when we're
okay, no
streaming.
worries. Normally I don't either.
Okay, I'm sorry. I do have to retcon. I apologize.
Okay.
Just you didn't say something about her getting back.
Yeah, so basically he would have just said, yep, she is up and about earlier than usual.
Do you know if she's in her room?
I would imagine so, unless she's gone downstairs for food.
I need to go talk to her. I'll meet you downstairs.
It's a good idea.
And then I'm going to go try to find Raelynn. I will have gotten ready because I imagine, it's 25 words, so the message would have happened pretty quickly, and then it could have been getting changed and stuff. Because if I would have had to wait for Vael to get back, she could have already done her morning routine in the process as well.
For sure.
I'll go down to Raelynn's room and knock and see if she's there.
She's there. She'll open the door. She's in her new outfit.
That's
Morning.
nice. Morning.
Well, I figured I should dress the part. I look like a laborer from Mournhold, so I should look a little fancier to go to an election.
Well, it works. Do you want to get a coffee?
I would love a coffee.
Okay. Maybe to go if she'll kind of peek around if Nyra's already downstairs.
Sure.
Or just sit in a corner. I was hoping to talk for a few minutes.
I think Raelynn stops for a second, Vael, did you tell her? Because, go talk to Raelynn. But she's like, sure, that's fine. So head down, get some coffee. Find a nice corner.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this about?
Try to find a corner out of the way where we're not being stared at by Leif and Nyra the whole time.
That's right. Vael's going to join them at their table and make things really weird by being overly interested in them and being weirdly nice.
Aw. That's adorable.
If Leif
You're
was
muted.
drinking, they'd be in the lounge. So if you wanted to, you could go in the quieter restaurant area. And
We'll do that then.
get a booth or something.
Alina will also get a pastry and ask if you want one, even though I'm assuming sweets are not your thing. You just has ordered you a black coffee.
Oh, I actually do like sweets. I make them all the time, but not in the morning.
Right. Right. You did not burn the things that we tried to make.
I enjoy baking.
I tried to do this once before, and I did a really, really bad job of it. And then didn't follow up with anything that I said. And I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you're sorry for? Maybe lead with that.
Right. When I got up to the roof last night, and I saw... I'm using code names because we are still in a public place, but I don't remember our code names, so I'm going to use our real names, just FYI. And saw Vael being held by Leif. It really hit me that I wouldn't have been the only one incredibly devastated to have lost him.
I think all of us would.
Yes, but... I've been spending all my time with him in a way I think that has kept his best friend away.
I hadn't noticed.
It's a lie.
Perhaps.
And I never meant to, but it's happened, and I'm sorry.
To keep us away from each other? Or are you talking about something different?
That and when we were both in that room at the start of this mission, I was so excited to see you. Because part of me, a large part of me, thought we would go right back to being how we were at 13 again. And did not account for the fact of how much we both changed. And I had still been trying to keep you in that 13-year-old box. And have not taken the time to get to re-meet you and understand you and who you are now. And when I said I was going to, I didn't, and let myself become giddy and silly and all my time consumed with someone who, yes, is wonderful, but he is not the whole world.
What do you want me to say to you, Alina? Do you want me to excuse you and say it's okay? Do you want me to tell you that what you did was wonderful and and she's like getting a little flustered and she's like, Alina, what I'm gonna say, I'm telling you right now, does not mean I hate you, does not mean I'm upset with you forever. It's just, I know how you think and I want to make sure I get that perfectly clear to start with. Do you understand?
Yes.
I feel like anytime you come and talk to me about your feelings, you try to, I'm there for you. I see you struggling with the sisterhood, I hold your hand. I see you talking about the day runes, I tell you that they're not your family, your father is your family. I've tried so many times. The last time you reached out to me, you came to me the day after I had excruciating pain. My body was torn asunder pretty much from the interior. You could see around my room that everything was thrown. Pillows, blankets, my book. You've known me, or at least I thought you knew me. That's not how my room would be. And I had to hear the entire night of you and Vael after he had told me that he would have married me if I had told him a year earlier. And you left asking if you were a bad friend. You said you wanted to make it up to me. You wanted to do what was right. But instead of consoling me, that conversation ended up with me consoling you. That's not asking to be my friend. That's asking for someone to listen to you as a therapist. And then what did you do after that? You spent all your time with Vael. any chance I could get to try and spend time with you, I had to beg and plead for. I had to pull you aside the minute that you were strayed 15 feet away from the man. You told me about the curse, which, don't get me wrong, I appreciate greatly. But you didn't actually check how I was. You just told me this earth-shattering information that's destroyed my entire outlook on my entire being for 23 years. And what did that result in? I gave you a token of your champion because I wanted you to know how much I care for both of you. And then I went and threw up alone in the bathroom. And I'm so angry right now because I know you're going to feel bad about this. And I don't want to make you feel bad. You are my friend. I want you to be my friend. But I just need someone that pays a little more attention.
Did you tell anyone you went to throw up? Or did you internalize all of it? I
said I had to leave after I'd shut down.
Like you left last night instead of talking to anyone in the group?
You were all going to Matthew's. He couldn't take everyone. No one else seemed to want to step up to take the horses back. It's my job.
Offered.
He could have come. I had Kemi.
Did you tell Kemi how you were feeling?
I think she could tell.
I've done a bad job, yes, but I can't. It's not true. I can, but I won't use that necklace to read your mind.
I should hope not.
I'm not blaming you for not opening up. You make it really damn hard to read you sometimes.
You have to understand what my situation was. I didn't want to hurt you. So I pushed Vael away.
Why?
Because the relationship I had with him, I didn't ever want you to misconstrue. I didn't ever want you to think now that I had confessed my feelings to him that every touch was me still trying.
I know that's not who you are.
Do you?
Yes.
I'll do better at talking about my feelings. It's not all your fault. And I don't want to put that all on you.
Maybe I'm not asking that it's me. I know that's a lot to ask, but someone? Could you let somebody in?
I do. I have many. But I'll try better with you.
I'm not demanding that you be my friend if that's not something that you can do or want.
I want it. I told Vael, not even, I don't know how long ago we talked, but that I wanted this, that I've been trying. It's what every little handheld I thought was doing. Showing you I want to be there for you.
I want you to have your best friend. Don't think you're trying to steal him. I'm not asking you to push it away. He's your friend.
I know, but you're in love and you should spend time. I'm happy for you. I really genuinely am happy for you both.
It doesn't mean you have to change your friendship. I would kill for a friendship like that.
So then let's do it. Let's make our friendship like that. Shut up, you guys.
I made the
I'm
mistake
sorry,
of
we're
making eye
immature.
contact.
I looked at Shanks and I was done.
I was trying not to, but I saw Vixx looking at me.
Right now, upstairs. Let's go.
On the stable, lay down.
But yeah, she's just gonna be like, let's do it. Let's make our friendship work then.
I want to be there for you, whether you need to sit in absolute silence and let me play with your hair or read one of my books that you hate, but you'll sometimes tolerate if it means not having to talk. I want to be there if you need to break your room and scream about how unfair everything is.
To be fair, it was my fault Leif punched me.
Is that why you tore up your room?
Yes.
I want to learn what you need.
I'll try to make it easier for you to understand. Are you good?
Yes.
Are you gonna go back thinking I hate you?
No.
Promise.
I promise. Hold up a pinky.
She'll pinky. Some things from when we're 13 still hold true.
I've got one final little thing I want to add in. Been remembering recently, but I can't tell you why. But I was remembering that song you taught me. When the Raven Sleeps.
The one
Remembering that recent. Mm-hmm. I've been remembering that recently.
It's a strange thing to remember.
It's important to you.
It still is.
I wouldn't change us at 13, but I wish I'd been better at 16.
It's fine.
And at 23.
Well, you have 23, and when's your birthday? February? You got like 23 in 10 months. Change it for the new year. You're good?
I'm fine.
Alina, I know you have such high anxiety. I just want to make sure.
Fine.
Okay.
Honestly, it's been worse not talking to you than just was not yelling, because we both have too much decorum to do that in a public place. But
yes.
Whatever.
Don't worry about it. Raelynn drinks her coffee.
Definitely doesn't shout in the middle of a town.
Yeah, doesn't shout ever.
As you guys are drinking your coffee, Vale, when you were heading downstairs, you've been taking the elevator thing, right?
Yeah.
How long after Alina left did you leave?
Not long. Probably just, some wardrobe
Then we're going to
change.
wind back a little bit, because there's something that would have happened before you met up with Leif and Nyra. You are, you just get to the bottom floor, or maybe you're just about to get to the bottom floor, and you hear a familiar voice in your head. You hear Windress's voice, and you hear the words, "Scaled Prince, I have more truths to speak. When war quiets, will you visit? We'll mend this together. Understand if inappropriate. I'd miss your company, though."
My king, you could not keep me away even if you tried with force. You'll not lose me so easily.
That's all you get before you meet up with the others.
Well, that is nice. So Vale's feeling very warm inside when he arrives at the lounge with the other two. And he takes a seat with them. He goes, "You two are up early, I see?"
Always.
So are you.
Yes, I thought some exercise would be necessary.
Nyra immediately puts a hand on his forehead.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm
like a fever?
feeling... No. I'm...
Like, it's warm, but her hand is the one
Yeah,
that's
right.
warm.
She's like, "You feel
All right.
strangely cold. Are you okay?"
All those scales make you very cold-blooded. It's weird.
I don't know. Different perspective after what happened yesterday, I suppose.
That would make sense.
Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to be, so veil about things. But, it's been a long time since I've even had to really exert myself in a fight. And, being knocked unconscious once was shocking enough, but the second time, I don't know. And you two were there for me. And I'm so grateful. And I've acted like a one-man army for far too long. I'm not. I'm part of a team. And I wouldn't be here without that team.
It is good to hear you say this. There are much stronger things in this world than us.
Yes, and I'm sure we're not out of the woods on that aspect yet either. But together, perhaps we can just barely squeak by.
Odds aren't gonna look too well in our favor if I keep getting my shit rocked in my sleep.
In your what? Oh,
Yes.
you have a tattoo.
I do.
He has been blessed.
And feel
Nyra looks like
Oh,
so proud of him.
More god shenanigans.
felt like a curse, I'll tell you what.
Those are the things that are far stronger than us that I was just talking about.
Perhaps it's time I stop being so flippant about the gods as well.
They are in need.
2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have had an opinion on that statement, Vale.
Unfortunately, the only god that I feel even any connection to, any sort of camaraderie with, appears to be missing. So,
What camaraderie do I have with Lyriel?
which one is that one again?
Death and dreams.
Specifically transitioning from life to death.
You did almost die,
But
like,
I didn't.
really badly.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone that close. Even Vale wasn't that close.
So I'm more
Well-
indestructible than him is what I should take away from this.
No.
I don't need to inflate either of your egos.
I'm messing around.
But if you are interested in Phelan, they are somewhere.
Well, I suppose that must be true.
Maybe like someone else who left their home went to another place pretending to be someone else. Huh, maybe
Could be
you do
among
have a
us
lot
right
with
now.
this one.
But this is all conjecture, right? We don't know any of that.
They disappeared from us. I don't know if they've disappeared from their siblings. Try and ask. I would hope not. If one of mine were to go missing, I would be very distraught.
You miss them a lot, don't you?
I worry about them. I've not been able to check in. The eldest is on
Right.
his ritual, his rites, alone in the desert right now.
Does that mean that once he's done, he'll be a priest like you?
He will be a man.
Ah,
It's our coming of age.
probably better than the way I did it.
Do I want to know?
No.
Okay. She won't ask.
All right, you guys wind up having your own separate breakfasts, but you do have a big day ahead of you. Are you guys planning on kind of regrouping with each other and going over things like what happened last night and what the plan is for the day before?
Especially if Raelynn has already seen at least Leif and Nyra in the lounge. Once we've hit a point in our conversation where it seems like we've processed, I think Alina will go. Should we go join the others?
Yeah, for sure.
She's gonna take your hands. Good, bad, or ugly. Friends.
Friends.
Okay.
Now, Chinook deserves his good morning pets, so I should go give those to him.
You cannot be late.
Because every time she meets for breakfast, she always pets Chinook, so she wants to keep that appearance up.
Don't worry, you're still his favorite.
I know.
That will make her laugh.
Yeah, they
We'll
try.
go join the rest of you three.
You guys are gonna converse in the lounge?
Mm-hmm.
About Matthew and all that.
I mean, not
Really?
unless we need to talk shop.
We probably need to talk shop.
Yeah.
Well, very least we'll walk over to meet them, and then if everyone decides we need to go to one of the rooms.
What time of day is it? Because we have to be at Brienne's by 11.
Mm-hmm.
Is early.
It's very early.
Really?
It's Leif woke up at 4.
Yeah.
Raelynn probably also that if she wanted to get back
Okay.
here by then. An hour and a half has passed.
Okay. So super early.
Yeah. Probably it's probably 6 a.m. right now, maybe.
Got plenty of time.
Alina gets a second coffee to carry upstairs.
So go over our tactics for today. Make sure we all are on the same page. She looks at every single one of you.
I knew you'd be mad.
And we plan as much as we can, and we remember that first contact changes things sometimes.
Oh, speaking of first contact, I
She daggers at him.
I did message Kale this morning. He had some concerning ideas. There are some warehouses in Zardan that he's been trying to get into. I think they've already started working on building airships, which would violate the current ban.
Well. How
Good to
interesting.
know. I'll need
Raelynn.
to pass that along to Varric.
Matthew, too.
Yes.
I'm waiting for the
especially.
election results, and I'll send Varric a message.
I've got 2 more if you need to send him more.
Perfect.
Raelynn, you should
Probably.
know Vail talked to Matthew about got some advice on influencing Tanner when specifically in the building magic might work.
Oh, that's great.
We'll have a brief opportunity. I'll be able to suggest to him without setting off any alarms, and they won't be able to tell I'm casting a spell, which is beneficial to us. I can hold it for 8 hours, so it should last the entire time. And I was thinking something along the lines of Matthew Dayrune is very wise and intelligent. You should allow him to speak into your intent. You know, something vague enough to just suggest that, you know, I think that it would be good to listen to him, but actually magically compel him to listen to him.
Make him think it's its own idea. That's great.
And that should be enough if the right people get seated to move things in our favor. Of course.
I spoke with Brienn last night. She was fine if incredibly drunk. So fine for her.
Okay.
And Matthew said as long as she votes the way that she's been leaning, we can guarantee that for him.
Wonderful. So we actually stand a chance.
There's an opportunity here.
So it would
Of
seem
course, this vote doesn't change the forces heading north to continue the press into our land.
Yes.
Apparently, Matthew said his father is heavily involved with the ley lines and the beacons. He specifically comes to the large beacon every year to do something with it.
The upkeep.
Upkeep, yes, and he should be there today. If we could find out more about how it functions.
You two seem to have connected well over the cards.
I'd love to talk to him again. I don't know if I'd freak him out that I'm here, but it is something we should consider.
We've all had enough time to travel. You would be in the guest portion of the... I almost called it a vote house. Whatever the capital, the place. It's a long day.
High up seats.
We'll be in like the viewing area. So, I mean, you're a citizen who's got enough strings pulled. I should not talk to him. You should also know Raelynn told Matthew that Andrew is my father. We did not go into further detail. It was stupid.
Did it make sense to you at the time?
I was trying to talk him in circles to keep us from saying that we were from where we're from. Understandably, being a politician, that was the wrong move. He's used to it. We were in his house and his wife and child were there. And that is why.
Do you feel better? Relief?
No, I still think a lot of that conversation was a mistake, but we still have his trust for now, and no one fought, so...
Then it's fine.
Do you think there's a possibility Andrew will also be in attendance?
I don't know, but I don't think this vote is time for a family reunion. There's a much larger conversation to have. Hi, I think we have a mutual friend. Her name is Ona. I will be...
That's not what I meant. I just wonder if he would recognize something in you.
Today's focus is the vote, and we can deal with all of my family bullshit later.
Understandable. I should let you all know, unrelated to your family things, but when I was out for my ride this morning, I noticed that there was definitely an increasement of uniformed officers, and things didn't seem quite right, so we should be prepared for that as well. Security will be higher.
Makes
So
sense.
maybe you trying to catch anyone leaving the city?
If you're going to cast magic, have a bracelet. Have the appearance of a bracelet. Put anything we don't want found in the bag.
Yes.
Damn,
Are we
I need to
prepared?
study more. I need that ability. I need to be able to talk to all of you.
What is our plan after this?
If you want my opinion, every day we delay sends 100 more troops to the north.
Good. That's what I think.
I think we need to halt that process as soon as possible.
After the vote, we go to the temple to see about getting them to help us destroy something somehow without hurting people.
I don't think we need to attack the city anymore, just the transportation.
You said Matthews was on our side. I feel like that would be adverse to what we want. If we attack his city, he's going to turn against us.
And haven't you repeatedly reminded us, Raelynn, about the encampments all around the beacons?
Well, yes, I think that we should take those people into consideration. There's much people of the capital as anyone in those high-rise.
Exactly.
I would keep an eye on it, for sure. But I don't think we should destroy them.
I would like to talk to Kemi again before we leave, if possible, but if we need to get out, then
I don't think it's
25 words at a time.
I don't think it'll be incredibly urgent that you can't have a conversation, but I do think once the votes are concluded, we need to get on the next train and start moving.
There's a good probability she'll be there.
Yes.
And this person you're supposed to take, they know that we're going to leave? Do you need to inform them? Also, does anyone know anything about Zaketsu? Because we haven't talked to him, but we invited him.
Do I need to message him? I'll try my best today to save those last 2 spell slots to message both Matthew and Zaketsu.
I have
no one where to meet.
I can help
Do you know where Zaketsu is?
No.
Raelynn, make a deception check.
No!
Well, Vale knows she's lying, so she doesn't have to deceive him.
I don't. Aw.
That's fair.
Let's see. No, inspiration.
I don't think anyone else.
No, there's no reason to.
Her.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have failed real bad.
A passive is
Vale's literally asking because he doesn't remember if everyone knows or if Raelynn just said she went to see him and she's the only one who knows.
She is the only one because she asked when we got there the first day, like as you guys were leaving off, she's like, "Where are you staying?" So she technically is the only one that knows.
We're supposed to let Matthew know when we're leaving to take.
Did anyone get the vibe that we were?
Does she say that name?
Yeah.
Does anyone
finish your thought? I'll think about how Raelynn reacts.
Was that his? There was also a little boy with him that was not Matthew's. Are we taking that child?
I don't believe so.
I don't think they said anything about the child.
Because it was not Matthew's kid.
If the opportunity
with him.
No, we shouldn't ask him before the vote. We should just let him only think about the vote. But
I think sorry.
But either way, Savon apparently will be keeping an eye on us and will be able to follow without drawing attention to himself.
He's like Zaketsu. Raelynn was trained by the Veil and
Raelynn's really gonna try and deceive everyone and try and hold a straight face, so I guess I have to roll for that one, right?
I feel like this one, yeah.
Yeah. Do I get my inspiration back from the last one, just in case this goes bad?
I never took it off.
Oh, that was bad, girlfriend.
I can have it back? I can have it
go
back? Thank God. One again. It's still gonna be bad. Yeah, it's still bad. Jesus.
You're deceiving no one.
I'm deceiving no
You
one.
don't. It's not mind reading, but she has some sort of. What do you think they see?
I think her brows furrow. I think she just looks concerned. When that's all talked about. And then I think she's going to be like, and Nyra, we asked her to come along with us as well.
We offered. Supposed to talk to her, wasn't he?
A lot of messages to send, but
I do. I can also send messages. I have plenty of spell slots.
Raelynn, remember how
if Zaketsu knows where Nyra is, that's 2 with 1 stone.
Yes.
Savon is going to follow us, so that's 1 down.
Raelynn.
And
what? You're concerned. Didn't we
Always
just
concerned.
Didn't we just discuss being open sometimes with what's going on?
I just haven't met this person that you've agreed to take along, whereas I figured Saketsu and Nyra we had all met, so...
Matthew
If
asked
It's
us to
similar
help them.
circumstances, a similar stance. He wants a place that he can practice magic freely. I don't see it as that big a complication.
It appears he has escaped from that group as well, and Matthew is helping hide him. He's not safe here.
Alright.
Which he said he was higher up, so we might be able to get more information if we do come across these people in Zardan.
Yeah, that will be helpful because I intend to tear that place apart.
What they do to people is
Awful. Absolutely awful.
I tried to ask Matthew how such a place could exist here where magic is so controlled. Money,
People-
power.
Awful people find a way. They always will.
And I highly doubt Tristana's gonna stop sending them after us.
Just keep collecting them.
Yeah,
Often
every
no
time
place
she
to
does,
stay.
we gain an ally. That doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be harming us.
Now we
Yeah.
have a way to actually help them faster. And she's got like nod to Leif, who has the key.
That is true.
He-Man.
I think
So?
I'd like to learn
Pick your
about
own name.
the lessons, not so much any of the rest of it, but other than how to keep it from happening.
Any magical learning is valuable as long as it's applied with, certain moral code.
I'd love to have a safe place for people to learn.
Would be nice.
And taking it back more immediately, though. So we get out of town. Great. Head to the desert. Amazing. Then what?
Well, here's what the current plan is. We head back to Lorraine Hollow. I think from there we can blow the train and the charging station. We make it look like the free people of Savorin did it, maybe. I don't know. As long as it doesn't come back to us, because we don't want to burn the bridges we've just built.
If they can pretend to be us, we can pretend to be them. That's a good plan.
I thought it seemed like karma. We head into the desert. I have a meeting with a certain someone.
Have you told us who you're meeting?
I honestly don't remember.
We were all there when you made the meeting, but you were on a different floor. But then you said you told us we were going there. He was going to show us something.
Yeah, but is Raelynn the only one who knows about Dragon Daddy?
I had thought that I shared the information, but
I thought you did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you
Okay.
shared.
I just didn't want to metagame if you had not. I couldn't remember how close you were keeping that.
I was under the impression that you guys all thought you were going to the desert for something that was important to Vael, and so I
Yeah.
feel like he would have explained that.
If
Some
he
degree.
hadn't explained it in full yet, he would hear. And we
Okay.
Yeah, it's a combination. Like originally, it was just your
The heart glass.
the heart
the
glass.
part glass that you want the rest of.
Yeah,
That
but the
was
dragon
the-
is also there, so it's
Yeah.
like, it's okay. Well, this is my ancestor. I need to figure out what all this means.
Okay, good. We definitely all know that then. That'll make this easier to...
I think it'll be
Um,
fine. We told Varric to push back. We'll have more time.
If
And then
if
I
Evosia
think
does
what we-
proceed, it might be worth a political mission there as well. But I don't think Savant is going to want to go there. What?
These guys. No, Raylan's not reacting. I'm reacting. I'm
Oh.
looking at Vixx and we're both reacting.
Vixx knows what she did.
but you're getting ahead of us here. We cross the desert. We have the meeting. We continue on to the next train station. We take that to Siravain, blow that in the charging station there. And that way we completely disrupt their high-speed travel. And then we have to look into these airships being made.
Mm.
And, their automaton creation, all this stuff. Anything that can be used against us, we want to sabotage.
Yes.
And then from there, maybe we find another mission worth taking our time with, or we head home.
We'll see how the army does, where they're at.
That's another thing. We need to stay in constant contact, because if they start falling apart, they might need reinforcement.
Every day I'll contact Varric.
And I'm always here if you need more.
Perfect. Well, we have a plan. I'm impressed.
Perfect. Now let's see if we can stick to it.
If we stick to the
We will.
plan, drinks are on Raelynn tonight.
You guys get rewarded for it.
Raelynn's thinking, she's like, well, I got 4 platinum now. So I'm like, okay.
Getting that,
You know
it's
what?
all
If
inclusive
you
this
stick
place.
to the plan, I'll buy you 2.
Yay.
I'll just take the whiskey.
All right, you guys, we're past break. I'm gonna wrap us up here. You guys hash this plan out in one of the bedrooms. You didn't really specify which one, but
Not the one that smells like sex.
I was gonna say
leave.
it didn't
I know,
happen
not
last night
mine.
because you almost died, but I know none of y'all would go up to the 9th floor.
Alina, before we go to break, you get a sending from Brienn. Right? How drunk she sounded last night. She sounds pretty chipper still this morning.
Living the best life.
She's a queen.
She says, I was right. Security is intense here. Where is it that I can meet you today? And we will get back with Alina's response after we get snacks and drinks and stuff. So I'll be right back. Shanks is always trying to throw me off.
I just don't look at him.
Wow. It's the worst thing you could do to me.
It's like Tinkerbell. If you don't pay attention, he will die. Yeah, welcome back. We are, well, our gang has a plan that usually doesn't mean that they'll ever stick to it, but they have one.
We have to stick with it because Raylan's buying drinks at our all-inclusive resort.
We're gonna get there. I'm gonna be like, I subtle cast lightning bolt.
You would.
Wasn't me.
Where did the lightning come from, though?
Your hands.
And that's when Vael goes, nope, I'm gonna get self-focused and make a joke.
Alina, you just got a sending from Brienn,
Mm-hmm.
who is asking where to meet you guys.
I will reply, and it's not going to take 25 words because I couldn't think of anything else to add. Can meet at Slumbering Titan. We are ready to help. 11 or earlier with the increased security.
You get a message back a few moments later. She says, if you're all ready, I can be there around 10. It might be a good idea. Get there a little bit early. Nope, she wouldn't say anything else.
I'll let everyone know that we're meeting at 10.
All right. Anything you guys want to make known before you meet up with her?
Very specifically meeting up with her. Like, I know we're all escorting her, but I'll talk to her, double check that she and Matthew are on the same page. Vael, did you want to go find Matthew when we get there? Double check everything with him if possible.
I don't think it's wise for me to be seen with him while we're there.
Okay.
I will be looking for Tanner, and I will be hoping to enter the building around the same time as him.
I don't think he'd notice you anyways. Did you have red hair when you met Matthew?
Yeah, I had red hair, yes, which I also had in front of Brienn last time we saw her.
Okay.
I think he's going to continue with that look for now. Of course, less flashy because he's not wearing a party outfit now. But
You did meet Brienn with blonde hair.
yes, yeah, but I think
You're just gonna make her think like you like to change it up once in a while.
yeah, exactly. Which is he already basically said that. But it's like Matthew. I don't want to give Matthew more reason to think about what Vale's capable of.
That's fair.
Smart.
I will also, unfortunately and very apologetically, be leaving Chinook in the hotel.
Okay.
That's one of my bingo squares.
You should have marked it off a long time ago.
Yeah,
I think I did. Yeah.
He's destroyed plenty of hotel rooms because Vale wasn't there.
I am going to leave him things he likes to play with and hope that we aren't terribly long. He had a lot of exercise this morning.
All right. Anything anyone else needs to tell me? What you're wearing, what you're leaving behind, what you're...
I am wearing kind of an indigo overcoat, but it's like a very thin, oh, Megan, what's the fabric? Kind of see-through, kind of tulle-ish.
Chiffon?
Yes, I should have sent you this picture over break. Where it comes up to a high collar. Yes, read my mind. But it cuts out here, and the sleeves are kind of see-through with like almost like an applique at the wrist. A kind of steampunky looking leather corset over a purple for Brienn dress that's low cut, but it's got like a sheer like chiffon with design in it to retain modesty.
Okay. Now, knowing that you guys are going to be scanned for magic stuff when you go in, is there anything that you are keeping here, or are you bringing everything?
I need to put my necklace in the bag.
I don't think we should bring the bag.
Yeah.
Right, that is a magic item.
Fuck.
Probably leave the bag here.
Yeah, under a mattress somewhere.
Chinook, protect.
Yeah. I'm tying a dagger to my thigh. That is not magical, and I'm sure it will be taken anyways, but just in case. And I'm not wearing my armor.
I guess I am taking my amulets off.
Probably a good idea.
My armor counts as magic, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
They would know what kind of magic is on it. I think the amulet would flag as, no, you're not bringing that in here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not the necklace. The dress should be.
You would think so. Like it's just illusion clothing.
I would imagine they'd probably want to rifle through the bag.
Yeah, a bag of holding would be suspicious as fuck.
We could get someone to babysit all our stuff.
Holy symbol is not inherently magical.
That's true.
Religious discrimination.
And with what you've known about them so far, they might not even recognize your holy symbol as anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, neat pendant.
I guess the brooch of disguise probably should come off.
It's just a little illusion
that's just clothing, right? Yeah.
No.
It would change her appearance.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Damn it. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
We can call Zeke and get him to babysit our shit in our room.
If you offer that as a suggestion.
I don't know that she would. Are you guys super concerned?
I'll put my amulets in the bag.
Amulets, yeah.
and
My
leave the
necklace and
here.
detect thoughts, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put my brooch in my shield.
His face was like, oh no.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I just don't like not having them on.
I feel like both Vael and Alina just constantly are trying to like fiddle with their necklaces during the day, and they're not there, and they're just like,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, on the plus side is
reaching further down, looking for it.
I think Raelynn will say this though: if we do get Yara and Zaketsu to watch our stuff, then they're here if we need to leave right away.
That's a good point. You should do that.
would you like me to message him?
Sure.
From Raelynn.
What I don't know. What do we say?
Zaketsu, Yara, we
yeah.
may need to leave suddenly. Watch our things at Slumbering Titan. Like, simple
room,
as that, right?
And then she'll give whatever Nyra and Raylan's room is. So that's where the bag of holding is.
That is what I will say, and I will mark off that spell slot.
Leif will ask her, should I
I'll
leave
add a
these
please.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a good idea to leave those as well, Leif.
Take off his hand wraps.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your fist. I was like...
Should I leave my hands?
He's got those magical wraps that make him better at punching, which, again, could be a bad sign to them.
Already plenty good at punching without it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I would rather be even better.
You also kind of took those off their shoulders.
Oh,
That's a good point.
yeah.
That's a good point.
Forgot about that.
Yep.
Okay. You give him the room number and you address it to both of them and state that you might have to leave. God. I was not prepared to be in Zeke's headspace right now. I think he responds with, there's a little bit of confusion at first because I think he's spoken like maybe 1 or 2 words to Alina.
We have not talking at all.
So it takes a moment for him to put it together. City's a bit busy. In the middle of something. But we'll be there as soon as we can.
Then we'll share the message. And then I guess we're waiting until 10.
10 o'clock comes around. You guys, I assume, are kind of waiting outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Zaketsu and Yara arrive before 10?
What time did I say it was last?
At breakfast,
Like
it was...
6.
I was gonna ask, and I will roll at disadvantage if you want me to, because we're all focused on getting ready for the vote. But if we have a couple hours to kill, could I do regular study?
Yeah.
For like 3 hours?
Sure. And to answer your question, it takes 2 hours to get from both hotels, and he said that it was busy and he was in the middle of something. So you might see him when he's like arriving, but you'll already probably also see Brienn. So it depends. You guys are outside waiting. You see Brienne's carriage pull up. You've seen it before already. Maybe just down the street. You see I think you probably see Yara first. Her pastel pink hair kind of stands out, and she's wearing different clothing this time. Very angular cuts, like almost like a. It's almost like a jumpsuit, but it's it's two-piece, but it looks like there's like a tie at both sides, and she's wearing all pastel colors too, like a light blue and light gray and light pink. She's wearing like really high heels as well, and she's walking, looking a lot more confident in herself than she was the day before, when she kind of seemed a little bit like a scared child in front of all of you. And Zeke is walking next to her, and you can tell that they're clocking maybe like the floor that you directed them to, not really paying attention to you guys outside.
Sorry, real quick, Vixx, is that an Arcanal roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Vael will greet Brienn and then just say, "We'll be leaving in a moment. I just need to check on my dog before we go." And head back inside and give Zeke and Yara the rundown once they come into the building. And the key, I suppose.
Looks like you rolled good there. Yeah, is there anything that you wanted to specifically say to them, or you're kind of just doing a handle?
I mean, unless you think it's something worth role-playing out, it's just basically, we're headed in to probably finish our mission in the city. We may need to leave quickly afterwards, but either way, we're probably leaving today. We've had to store our valuables in the room, and my dog, so keep an eye on him.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
And you'll steal all our shit.
I am concerned about that, but...
You notice that the mention of the fact that your dog is there seems to pique something in Yara, but she tries to minimize it immediately.
Okay, seeing that, then he'll just very casually say he really, really enjoys chomping on ice cubes if you can get them. He likes playing tug of war, he likes getting some exercise, and he will love you forever if you scratch behind his ears.
Zeke is just going to, because she's always kind of standing like just behind him like a little bit. Zeke is going to hand her the key that you gave to them, and she just kind of like goes like this and clacks off down the hallway. And Zeke seems like he has something that he wants to say to you, but waits until she's kind of out of earshot and goes, "Something I should be concerned about if you're leaving so hastily?"
We're hoping nothing will get out of hand. We're not seeking to harm anyone. We're just hoping to sway certain things in the right direction.
Just expect your arrival then? No signal to leave? I just have a habit of people randomly ambushing me, so I don't know if I should expect you back here.
We're hoping to return. Trying to think if there's a way that he... gosh, I don't know. Well, Chinook will recognize us immediately, if nothing else, but we'll announce ourselves before we come in.
Good luck.
And thanks. If things go really, really terribly wrong, you might just receive a sending instead.
no news is good news, maybe.
That's what we're hoping.
He's gonna look outside where the others are standing and says, I won't keep you.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you helping us in this way.
If you like, maybe Vail's like about to leave and Zeke stops him. Yeah, and he goes, you guys, you know that it's a big deal to give people their freedom back, right?
No, that's just doing what any rational person would do.
If it was so rational, there wouldn't be no need for it. Not everyone is doing that.
I'm very glad we could have done it for you.
And I'll keep repaying the favors where I can.
Appreciate it. And he'll clasp him on the shoulder as he walks by and heads outside to join the others. Let's go.
He's wearing a sleeveless shirt, so when you do that, I think this is also the first time that Vail notices that he's very cool to the touch. Like, you might expect some warmth, but
interesting.
You guys part ways.
That is unusual. Okay. Oh, I know what's going on, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, so you guys end up in Brienne's carriage, who is sitting in. She has two, and she has about 4 guards on horseback. They look like maybe just house guards because they're dressed to match her. Nothing about them says like Savorin armed forces. They're all also on the smaller side. They're all gnomes.
If I get no resistance, I'll sit next to Brienne.
And I'll try to sit in the carriage with her as well.
Is everyone... Are you guys bringing your horses? I guess Leif doesn't have one. He has his own horse.
I think Raelynn will do the same thing as last time. She'll follow behind on Orin just in case we need a get out quick escape.
All right. Yeah. You guys make your way through the city. Bit slower than when you were in the carriage going to Brienne's. There's lots of people out today. There seems to be a slower directed flow of traffic. People are being waved past at certain points. You can see that there's some cosmetic damage on some of the buildings. It doesn't look like the whole building's destroyed. It looks like maybe a window was blown out. Some side of the facade of a building was crumbled. It doesn't look like anything was like really destroyed. There's kind of an air of confusion in the city. You can tell that sort of busybodiness of people around, just like talking to their neighbors, like pointing to things and telling stories about what they think happened. And like Raelynn had told Vail, there's a big presence of Savorin forces out today. You see stonework that has been scorched by flame. People are already putting things together, and it seems like there's a lot of areas of the road where traffic is sort of being directed around something that is blocking a road. eventually, unless there's anything you guys wanted to do on the way there.
Yeah, in the privacy of the carriage, I do want to talk to Brienn a little more directly about if anything happened to her last night, some of what happened at Matthew's, and just kind of hear, before we get to where everyone else is, the reassurance that she remains, like, her vote remains what it is in Matthew's position.
I think you get the sense that she's pretty unshaken. She was already coming to this city determined to prove a point. She told you that they knew she was being undermined here while she was in Endelos. And so I think she does, she affirms that she's still standing where she was before. But there is a sense of maybe a little bit of hope lost anytime she brings up how other people might vote, how other people might perceive this. They obviously did this on a time schedule that we wouldn't be able to recover from with answers.
It's tactically smart, which is unfortunate.
There's no time to alert the public to everything that we know. There's no time to gather everything that we can gather. And everyone was already tense and shaken.
Well, they only made Matthew more resolute in his decision. I think they accounted for that. We tried to share the truth to those who were still at the party, who really did the damage. The free Savorin people.
My understanding, they were what's it called? Vixx is blanking. There we go. Got it. They were sort of a protest group. Activism, mostly. So
you heard the name Maximus Greymark?
Never heard of that name, no.
He did some poking and prodding was done with one of the captives, and that was the name given. Maybe a new leader with more militant lean.
I suppose if you stay quiet enough in a city like this, you could build up a lot of things without being seen. That group had gone quiet as soon as they started squashing some of the protests that were happening in Mournhold.
Well, there's going quiet and then there's going underground to regroup.
You were all there. You forgive me. How did you end up with Matthew?
We were having a conversation when the fight began. And took cover where we could.
I feel terrible. I was the one who sent you all there.
No, I'm glad we were there. I think it did make a difference.
It was a good thing we were there. we were able to protect him and his family. Same reason we're here with you now.
I will do my best today to use my voice in the way that I said I would use it.
Can't wait to get to see you in action.
Assuming I don't get stepped on before I can make a real difference.
I'm going to kind of put a hand over hers and goes, I think you're going to do incredible. You're speaking truth about something that really matters. With that, I would like to give her a bardic inspiration, because I keep forgetting I have those.
That...
Which I think currently is a D8.
Okay. Something weird is in the air. It feels like it's not the way that I wanted to start this day. But what can you do but press on?
Keep hope.
We can't control our circumstances, we can only control our choices.
The hair looks lovely on you, by the way. Don't think I got to say that.
Thank you. I thought it was time to try something new for a little bit.
You think I could pull off that color?
He takes a long minute and really sizes her up. I think it would look fantastic on you. You have just the right complexion for it.
She's just gonna say, you'll do well. And you guys continue to make your way through the city. Ahead of you is a tall spire. It's kind of like, I want to say like a hexagonal, but it's very large, made out of white marble. Goes up about about 50 or so floors, you would suspect. It's not really like, compared to everything else around you, everything here has been tall regardless, but it does seem to have like this wide berth around it. There's parks that kind of go all around the space, and it seems like there's this place specifically to pull up your carriage to, and when you get closer, you see that there are crowds gathered around the edges of the park space, and the park itself is lined with soldiers along. There's 4 paths that lead into the building, and those are lined with guards. There's maybe like 10 each on the path. There is also one of those sort of like hologram projector things that you saw in Malin Fort that people are huddled around. Right now, it's just kind of like a ticker spinning. There's nothing really happening, but they are all waiting around, huddled around, talking. Some of them have drinks in their hands. Some of them are eating street food. The city doesn't seem like it has descended into panic, but people are anticipating something new coming. You pull up to the end of one of these lines, these paths that go into the building. The door is opened by a soldier dressed in the Savorin armor. And Brienn steps out first. She makes sure to thank any of the guards that help her personally. The 4 gnomes that she was with kind of position themselves in like a 4 corners situation as she begins to move towards this fire. And you see down the path a rather large dwarven man in this dark armor. And he has a very long gold cape draping behind him. You can almost see like the magical shimmer that is around him at the moment. And he's very much not guarded by his own personal guard. He's just walking pretty confidently towards the building.
Do we know who that is?
He's pretty far right now, but just based on what you know, you could probably guess that that's Tanner.
Okay.
And as you guys are going, Brienn says to all of you, also Raelynn, since you're on horseback, they do offer to take your horse to the stable.
Okay.
It's not very far. It's like there's like a street and then you cross it and there's a stable there. As you guys are going up, she goes, we're going to go to the very top of the floor. I know none of you have been to this before. There's going to be a little bit of opportunity to still talk to people before then. We all kind of gather in the main hall for a little while before all going up to the chamber. Once in there, of course, you'll be expected to be quiet, respectful. They will also check all of your things before you head inside, just to ensure that there's no funny business going on. Well, she looks at everyone. I guess prepare for what's to come.
Positive change.
You see also now Matthew. It looks like he got off at the entrance that was like the next one over, but instead he starts instead of walking down the path that leads into the building, he starts walking down the sidewalk. You guys are already walking towards the building and he's sort of coming around so that he can enter the door that you guys are going through. He has in tow with him 5 young elvish people. There's 3 girls and 1 or 2 men, and they are all kind of dressed similarly to the way Savorin was dressed, in that white, gold, black color palette. And then leading him down the sidewalk are 3 Savorin guards. Eventually you guys make your way into the building, and the first floor here is just this large chamber that goes, like if you look up, it's probably about 10 stories of this building is just dedicated to this hall. And you can kind of see that this place just hums with magic. Alina, you might get this like familiar feeling of like when you would be in the lower halls of the Sisterhood when you walk on this flooring. And this flooring here is this sort of, it's white marble, but then it has these blue veins. And I think Vael and Leif would probably also clock that as similar to those magic floor tiles they were trying not to. They were considering if they should or shouldn't set off back at Chistana's.
Can we kind of intercept Matthew in that walk-in?
Yeah, everyone's gathered here.
Okay.
So like when you'd already be standing there when he walks in.
I know Vael doesn't want to go up to Matthew, but I'll make sure that Raelynn comes if she wants.
Sure. Seeing as she missed out on talking to Matthew last night, I think she'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll kind of, ask if you want to go chat.
Yeah, he might not even know who I am. I was wearing my wig last night.
Exactly. And I'll go up to him in a very mingly politics pre-vote way.
You are stopped by this female elf who stands shorter than you might expect for most of the elves you know. She's like 3 inches shorter than Alina. She has this just like this choppy black haircut and these bright green eyes. Sorry. Do you have business with Mr. Delgran?
Yes, he's expecting a conversation with Miss Tanea.
Give me a second. And she's gonna go over, talk to him. You see that he looks over at Alina, gives a little bit of a nod, and you two get waved. Rather than him coming over, you two guys kind of get waved into this like circle of mages and guards. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't believe you had the chance to meet my friend, Miss Amelia.
Pleasure.
Just gonna put his hand up. Yeah. Are you also a politician of some sort, or aspiring to be one?
No, I'm more security.
Oh. She'd be excellent at politics if she put her mind to it, though. But
right. Well, it was good seeing you at the party last night. Says to Alina.
You as well. After all the rigmarole of the city, it's your family all right? You all right?
We'll be fine.
Good.
Bit shaken up. No long-term harm done.
Good.
Right. You are with Brienn. Is that correct?
She is still stalwart in her opinions. None of that has changed.
Good to know.
Trying to help maintain an attitude of hope. I think perhaps everyone's at the point where they're just ready to see what the results are.
There's only so much thinking about it that you can do. Sometimes you just need to do it, see what happens.
I have faith in you and your convictions, and I'm excited to see what happens. I would like to also give him a bardic... Wait, You think I would know playing a bard for a year? Can I give
You
out
can give out more
multiple?
than one. Yep.
Okay, just making
But
sure.
a person
I
can
don't
only
wanna
hold
take
one.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I panicked for a second. I would like to also give him one.
I'm not one to go back on my word so lately. I think that your faith is well placed.
Good to hear.
And all of your apprentices doing well?
Yes, they are, I suppose, also eager to see what happens.
She'll kind of look over at the others. How many apprentices are working with you? If I may ask. Seem to have quite a following there.
Says 5.
Right.
My friends informed me that we're supposed to take one with us.
How does he answer this? We'll follow up about that.
Okay.
I suppose that you are traveling together, then. And he looks at both of you.
Yes.
You know each other quite well.
Yes.
Yes.
Understood.
She was the only member of our group not present last night. Very kindly took horses back. But I would trust her with my life.
I think Matthew places something because she was there.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
He goes, ah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we mingle and see what the other people's thoughts are this morning? How they're all doing?
I think that's a wonderful idea. And I wish you luck.
Thank you. Regardless of how things go today, I'm sure you'll see me around.
Perfect.
Vale, Leif, Nyra, is there anything that you guys want to be doing while you're down here? I think while they're having that conversation, you guys arrived early. The only... Actually, there's actually 2 more people that would show up this early. One of them... You see a probably half-elven man escorted by about 6 guards and a blonde woman with her arm like kind of through his hair is black and kind of tousled. Green eyes, freckles, a little bit tan skin. Looks very familiar to you, but not quite the same. And you overhear somebody greet him. Yeah, it would be Tanner. You hear Tanner's booming voice kind of go, "Well, Liz, you actually showed up." And you can see the man goes a little bit flush in the face. It's very Dorian-esque at the moment. But unlike Dorian, he recovers very quickly. the two of them have a little bit of a conversation. They probably hang out down here for about an hour. So if you guys want to just kind of give me, what are some things that you would like to do before you're moved upstairs?
Vael is working really hard to just be in the background for now.
You want to go unnoticed?
Yeah, he's blending in, moving about the room, seeming to be part of like light conversations, small talk, and that sort of thing, while he's really just mostly trying to listen in on the conversation between Tanner and Velez.
Can you give me either stealth or performance for the slinking around the room?
Absolutely. I mean, both are good. Let's do performance.
You know just when to move on from lingering around a circle that is talking about their ideas about the votes. There's a lot of like extra people here too. Other people have brought their own entourages. It seems like Matthew's the only one flying mostly solo because everyone around him is just at work in protecting him. Listening to Peter and Tanner's conversation, I think what you recognize, actually give me an insight check for that. Rolling hot tonight. You
Apparently.
recognize a familiarness between them. Like maybe that comment that he made wasn't meant to cut him down. They seem to have some sort of camaraderie between them. And you overhear Tanner talking about Peter having his support. And that seems to bolster Peter a bit.
Interesting.
And I think with that insight check, you're noticing there's this like a power dynamic between them. The way that Tanner's talking to him, the way he's kind of like firmly grasping him. And it's almost like anytime he talks about his own ideas and views, he kind of is like, "Don't you agree, Peter?" Like that sort of thing. And Peter's like,
So I definitely feel like Tanner's the right target, because that might get us 2 more votes.
It'll cause some confusion, if nothing else.
I'm going to make my move before they separate them.
Not to meta, but I feel like Vael would know enough if you do want to try to come pick up a bardic inspiration. But Vixx may rule that it's too late for that, so
that won't help what I'm doing anyway.
Okay.
Your suggestion? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm going to move in and introduce myself. I'm not going to just randomly be like suggestion, but like,
didn't we need to do that?
Yeah, I'm telling you though.
We haven't gone through the things.
Yeah, it's on the top floor. There's
okay. I thought we were inside already.
No, you're still on the bottom floor. I was just asking, do you guys want to do anything down here before we move up there?
Understood.
Yeah. Because right now they're mingling and talking. As soon as they get up there, they're going to start going into like their meeting hall chamber.
Fair enough. Well then, I don't know, I guess just point of notice of just, if I can, I will I'll introduce Okay, let me think for a second. But if I can, I want to make that suggestion in front of Peter, because maybe it will seem like he's naturally being swayed and he's changed his mind, kind of thing. Because it won't seem odd for me to just say, hey, he's a smart guy, maybe you should consider his words, kind of thing. And so, yeah.
Also keeping in mind, Peter is up against Brienn.
Fair enough. So, but that would mean either...
If she does get out, then
yes,
you still have that
exactly
secured.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then that's good. That's good kind of coverage.
And I guess you would all note while you're standing down here, there is there's these like 15-foot wide sort of ethereal plates just kind of shimmering. There's one on one side of this room and one on the other. And they're in between these two stone pillars. They look about door height. And those pillars have these like crystalline, like a tiny, like skinny sort of strip of beacon, almost like it's being powered by that. You haven't seen them be used while you were down here, but you also note that there's like no other way to get up visible to you.
Do I know how long is left here?
I told you have about an hour down here before everyone starts moving up.
All right, then I have nothing until like it's nearing that time.
Okay, before?
Before.
Okay, so no one else has anything they want to scout out or do while down here?
I think Raelynn's just gonna see everything and just double check with Brienn, like, as your security, am I allowed to take weapons in that are not magical? I don't want to get you in trouble.
That'll be fine, dear, as long as you stay in the gallery.
Perfect, I can do that. That's it.
I think
she just wants to make sure she's not going to get in trouble and get Brienn kicked out or something.
There will be plenty of guards there, and if anyone does do anything foolish that makes you even need to do that, they'll have their hands full with other things there, I'm sure.
Perfect. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Agreed. She's going to point over to one of these like gate sort of things, and she goes, I'll meet you all over there in 5 minutes.
We can do that.
Yeah. You have about 5 minutes now. Vael's, anything you need to address before then? Good.
Yeah, I will start a conversation with Tanner and Peter. And basically, he's just going to come up and introduce himself as his alter ego of Lagos. After they'll probably try to introduce themselves, and of course I know who you are, though, and I wanted a chance to say hello. Obviously, you're men of great influence and power, and I think we have a lot of the same ideals, and obviously we prioritize protecting our people and our prosperity. And well, I've been talking to a lot of the people here, and I'm glad to see our ways in action, steering our country in the right direction.
I think Tanner he's a politician, so he puts it on immediately. Yeah. Oh, supporter. That's wonderful. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
That's all right. I'm obviously of no consequence to someone like you, but I am a engaged and concerned citizen. And
Do you want to walk and talk with me?
absolutely. And he will, as they walk, he'll give him vagaries about like doing the right thing and keeping the moral high ground, and like nothing that would point to him being on one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And he will keep that on until we actually pass through the security checks.
All right, the rest of you regroup, and I think Brienne's just kind of like in front of Tanner's group. You guys are, and Vael kind of like ducks back a little bit to walk alongside him. And you go through these sort of, it feels a little bit like the way that Matthew's magic worked on all of you to transport you last night. You feel that wash over you, and as soon as you step through this like wall of this arcane energy, you find yourself on another floor. Immediately to your right, you see that you are very high up. You can see out the window. There's windows all along this, and it looks like just a hallway for now that then turns off. And right beside this door that you come out of is one of those like more advanced, like high-tech forge bound, standing alert beside here. You continue to walk down to the end of the hall, and as soon as you see what's on the other side here, there is like almost like a security checkpoint at an airport. There's two lines. People are handing off their things. There's Matthew, who's like, he's taken off several pieces of things. You see him taking off rings and letting them detect them, and he's like explaining, it's like, that one's just to protect me, and he like has to go through like almost a list of all of the things that he's brought today. He goes, I'd understand if you want to keep that one. And they put it in this little black arcane box, like a lock box almost, before he's allowed to go into a chamber. So just so you can picture it, there's like a U-shaped hallway. Then where it meets, you can go into a chamber. And this chamber is made up of two parts. There's the gallery around it, and then the inner chamber, where it seems like there's 6 tables set up here, a podium at the back. There is there's 2 throne-looking things up on this podium, and like and one of the tables here has one of those projector things behind it instead of a chair. Brienn makes her way up. She seems like she didn't really wear anything. She's relying on the people who are with her to protect her. So she makes it through no problem. She kind of explains like these people are here to protect me today after all of the fuss the last couple of days. And kind of vouches for all of you. And she goes, and also that one is with me. And she's pointing out Vael, who is currently in conversation with Tanner, and Peter's kind of like walking along behind, listening. And I think you get the idea that a lot of Tanner's votes are probably not things that you want happening in this short conversation that you have.
Yeah.
Actually, he actually tells you, well, it seems like I'm pretty sure we have the Bayark Rail and wartime resources in the bag. I think everyone's voting for that today. Be senseless not to. Everyone would get mad at you. You'd essentially be tanking your own reputation not to. Go ahead.
I was just, are we through the other side?
No, you're waiting for everyone else to go through.
Right.
I'll tell you as soon as you get into this place that you he's actually just like, he's taking off all of his items as well so that they can scan through them at the moment. Peter doesn't seem like he has anything that needs to do that, but he's also waiting for Tanner. Eventually, you make your way into this. There's like a 15-foot gap between where the checkpoint is and where the politicians are entering into the main chamber. Everything else splits off into these bleachers where all the spectators are sitting. And then he tells you, but of course everyone's waiting for the big vote on the ban and the lift of that. Where do you stand on that?
Well, obviously there's a lot of strong feelings on all sides, and actually, I felt very strongly about it a certain way up until very recently, when I feel like maybe I've had a change of heart. And he's going to lead that along until they're getting up to the part where they're going to have to split off. Once again, just delaying the conversation, drawing him in, making it seem like there's reason that we're on the same side and everything. And then as we get up to the end, he's going to say, I was actually discussing this with Matthew Delgran recently, and
Of course, that boy's been waffling on the decision-making for the last year.
Yes, well, it's not something to be taken lightly. This is an important duty we all do here. And, after speaking with him in great detail, I've learned that he is a very wise and intelligent and thoughtful man. And, well, frankly, I think perhaps you should listen to what he has to say. And that is the casting of subtle spell, or casting of suggestion with subtle spell. And heightened spell. I will burn an innate sorcery. And
what does he have to roll?
He has to roll a wisdom saving throw against the spell save DC of, I believe it is only 17 without my necklaces. But he has disadvantage on it.
Gosh.
And the bardic uninspiration.
I wish.
Okay. Just going to... I think I'll do this out in the open. And, well, see how that goes. 17?
17.
And he has disadvantage.
And he has disadvantage.
That's what you want to see.
He goes, so what would you propose instead then, if we're not going to pursue this ban? And I think Peter is just like, looks up at him.
I have friends with great creativity, and I believe that if we stop being so fucking proud of ourselves We could focus on sea travel and expand outward instead of trying to rise above everything.
Pride, you're speaking to a dwarf.
Pride's not a bad thing inherently, but it can blind you very easily.
I'll yield my vote until Matthew casts see what he has to say.
That's very reasonable of you. Thank you.
As they're parting ways, you hear Peter go. You're about like 5 feet away, and you hear Peter say, "Should I be doing that too?"
I was so nervous about that fucking saving throw.
Yeah, but here's where we learn that the vote's in 8 hours and 3 minutes from now.
They must first perform the 8-hour dance ceremony.
Yes.
I should have taken extended spell.
Damn it.
But Phil will follow the others up into their seats.
Yeah, there's like about 5 rows of bleachers on each side. And like this room is huge. On like the back of the room beyond the podium, the wall is kind of mostly windows. And I don't know if everyone was picturing it like this, but you're kind of elevated above, looking down at the voting area, and there's this kind of like wall around them. Eventually, you see Holden arrive. He looks very confident. He's split off with a woman and about 3 people that look like they're maybe in their late teens go with her. Brienn takes her spot as well. Chancellor Mervarn is the last to show up out of the 5 who are actually gonna be present and currently are seated. And you can see standing, Peter takes his place up on the podium area at the back, as well as I think you might have seen her actually in a statue form. When you guys were in Belgium's Gate, a dwarven woman, Helga, you would assume, also takes a spot up on the podium next to Peter. Lastly, mostly ambiguous to you, it's like almost difficult to tell. This delicate looking person walks in, pale skin, very fine, short, blonde hair. Features are very delicate and sharp. Everything they're wearing seems to be like almost gender neutral. There's like a flowiness to it that you're not sure if it's meant to be on the feminine side or just the way that the fashion here is. But it is a sort of it's a robe, and you can see that they're wearing pants underneath. They make their way up to the stage next to Helga. Everyone is a little bit quiet. There's also, I should mention, there is a forge bound just outside the door leading into the main chamber. And as everyone is talking and settling in and quieting down, the door opens after a moment, and you see that this elegant, dark-skinned woman with all of these gold embellishments in her long, dark hair walks into the room, and she's wearing just like massive train dress. Like it, as she walks into the doors, it's still coming in once she's into the inner chamber. She goes up onto the stage and sits on one of the thrones there. The train of her dress kind of drapes up and off of the podium.
And just very quickly, she walks in. I kind of want to like look at Raelynn and kind of. I think this is the first time we've seen Avea since learning that you're related, and just kind of like make quick eye contact, even if we don't say anything. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah. She's definitely looking.
She is as poised and graceful as your Aunt Kaya carried herself. And everyone kind of goes quiet when she's walking through. You do note that there are two thrones up here, right beside each other, and one is empty. And they close the doors for the proceedings. It takes about 5 minutes before an image, like a hologram image of this water genasi woman, Sarah Balin, kind of appears in the empty seat. And I think at that, Lasana Vea stands up, goes to the podium, and she kind of puts her hands behind her back, folded. And she looks around the room. She then looks at the potential candidates and says, "There's been a lot that has changed over the last couple of days, over the last couple of years." And then she kind of thinks about it for a moment. "I guess in Savorin we've always been changing since our founding." There's some like murmuring and nodding. "Something tells me that today will not be an exception to that." I know that everyone has very strong opinions, but I expect that we'll all treat each other with the same respect that we always should. Give each other the floor. Don't speak out of turn. She kind of looks like, lets her look linger on Tanner a little bit when she says that. And I think Holden kind of smirks because it goes on one side of the room. It's Tanner, Holden, Matthew, and then the other side of the room is Mer and Brienne, and then Sarah Balin. I see that you've all brought your support today. We will, of course, first be seeing who's going to decide on the future of this country. That these votes, I should remind you, don't cast you out of the political fields. They just shift things around a little bit. She goes, "You know the structure. The opponent is introduced. The other person can make their case. A brief exchange amongst you all, and then a vote cast." They all seem to nod and agree with that. All right. I'm just gonna go through these votes. There are 3 people being voted for today. The first one up is Brienn versus Peter for the seat of Endelos. Peter makes his case of I think there's a little bit of confusion before he says his platform. Because he looks over at Tanner for a moment and then is just like, I think my mind has actually changed. I was coming here today to certainty to lift the aerial ban immediately, make stronger defense for the capital, which clearly we need. But it's true. We've always been changing. Today should reflect that. And so I will have an open mind today. Brienn seems a little bit skeptical of that. And she makes the platform that you guys know her to have. She doesn't want to lift it so hastily. She wants to have more conversations about what the country would do with this sort of technology that they have. She's like, I don't want to stifle progress, but I also don't want to jump back into it because we're afraid of Edgareth either. There's a lot of nodding, and eventually it comes to a vote. Which I am going to roll for with this bardic inspiration that Alina gave to her. There is one in particular that needs to be swayed here. Just got to make that based on a charisma. So 2 plus whatever this is for her. 21's looking pretty good. Against Peter, who is coming into this with a little bit of a debuff for some recent family incidences, but still has a decent bonus, so.
Could be much
That was
closer.
very close. Yeah. So you, Brienn wins out 3 votes to 2. It's very close. And there was some wavering on that 5th vote that they were kind of wondering if they might have to call in Lisanaveo to be a bit of a heavier hand on the situation. I guess if you are interested on who voted for what, I can tell you that, but Matthew voted for Brienn. Sarah Balin voted for Brienn. So did Holden. Not surprising, he was at her party last night. And then Mervarn and Tanner both voted for Peter. It seems as though Peter gets to stay for the rest of the votes, but he kind of takes a bit of a back seat. The other votes, I'll also have to roll for this because Alina gave him a boost. Actually, I'll deal with Tanner first. Yeah, let's see. Tanner ends up. Oh, actually, I do have to roll because Vale did some sabotage in the city there for him that one day. So I'm gonna roll for him with disadvantage, and we'll see. That's looking pretty good. And then Helga. This vote comes out as sorry, I have a bunch of notes here. Daerun votes for Helga. Brienn also votes for Helga. Barn votes for Tanner. Holden also votes for Tanner. And then Balin abstains her vote to the son of Vea. And Vea stands up. She looks around the room, looks at Helga, and looks at Tanner. And Tanner is looking like he's concerned. Helga is very well respected, of course. However, she's also very wet around the ears. I think in this time of uncertainty, my vote is going to have to go with Tanner, who has more experience than her. Tanner seems relieved. Helga seems certain but not surprised either. Matthew does seem surprised by that vote. That is a nice buff of a 6 to Matthew. But an 8.
Remind the DM that she does have advantage.
Smart.
Make your case here.
Matthew wants to win.
He's survived an attack,
drama.
and
He's reinvigorated with a new sort of gusto and conviction towards his ideals, which were wavering up until last night when some locals tried to kidnap his children.
Also, Tanner was specifically told to listen to Matthew. So he's going to extra listen to his case. And think about how much weight the Daerun name holds, one of the founding families of Savorin.
You're trying to appeal to me as the DM.
you asked us to make a case. We're making it.
Okay, I'll do that, but I am going to. How many inspiration do I have? Do I just have one?
You have one, unless somebody in chat wants to give you another one.
I'll use it for this. And he rolls a 29. That shouldn't have been a +9. It should have only been. It should have been a 5 flat. So.
But plus the 6, so it's
Yes.
still it's a 31.
Yep. Like Dreamy said, the Daerun name holds a lot of weight around here. Not only that, but I think actually that should have had advantage anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
I give you your inspo back?
Yeah, because you changed one of the votes just before entering this chamber. So, yeah. We'll just say that he got a 25 or 30, whatever, and he made his case. And it was almost like a unanimous sort of change of heart. It went, Brienne voted Davrun, Holden voted Davrun. Merv Varn seemed on the fence, and so did Ysera Balin, until Tanner decided to vote Davrun. And the two of them followed suit. And I don't know if it seemed like more like camaraderie, but like even this guy voted for him. And pretty unanimously, everyone keeps their seats that they have been holding to. The others stay, and they seem to go into almost like a study sort of situation. They are still on track to becoming maybe a member of this council one day, and this is a good first-hand experience of learning. The first up on the voting table is about the Raelynn wartime resources, which you guys get is how much money, military effort they are willing to send north right now. Mervarn, who is of Volkos and the military pretty much capital, votes for. Lot votes for. Brienne also votes for. You know that she was concerned about them flying over Endelos instead of traveling by land. Balin is undecided, yields her vote. Tanner, for. Davrun at this point is just like, he's neutral, abstains his vote, but it doesn't matter anyway. It passes. They are committing more resources to this. Health, arcane sciences seems to be around where they are committing more resources to what's going on in the city with the people who are sick, putting more funds and researchers into that. The proposed effort is to take a section of the Academy of the Open Hand and dedicate it fully to advancing the research in this area for a cure. Everyone votes for. That passes comfortably. The State Mage Oversight. This one seems to be a tense vote. There's a lot of back and forth about cases around this. I am going to... Okay. There are some that are just kind of locked in place. Mervarn votes for tighter control. And someone makes a comment about the fact that he doesn't quite like that he's been vocal about the fact that the state mages are above him in command, and so like obviously you would vote for that. Lot is neutral. He's like, I don't really, he doesn't seem to care that much about what everyone else is doing with their arcane military forces. Balin also seems neutral. Brienne votes for, with a platform of moderate reform is what she refers to it as. She wants to not completely take away their authority, but it definitely needs some different restructuring and more oversight by people outside of the academy. Tanner votes 4, wants stronger oversight. Davrun says that he's neutral, mostly because he feels like he's too close to the situation, and that passes comfortably. There is going to be some restructuring of the way that they're doing things, though they all seem to have their own ideas on what that's going to look like. It finally comes to the talk of lifting the aerial suspension ban. Mervarn votes 4. He wants to lift it. Better military, opening themselves up to even exploring different types. It seems like he doesn't really want to repeat the shattered stair thing, but he feels like the technology and the arcane research there is still valuable. Holden votes against, but his against is more, he wants to talk first about regulating that. He's not against the idea of aerial pursuing the like arcane advancement in that direction, but it's almost like, let's put this on hold until we can talk more about this. Vaelthar insists that this doesn't affect her, so she yields her vote until everyone else is done voting. Brienn votes against. Tanner yields his vote until Matthew talks. Matthew votes against, and he makes a case for the ideas that Vale presented about using this sort of advancement could be better used to pursue non-military, but still be a benefit to military should they need it in the future without causing as much destruction. Tanner everyone kind of holds their breath with Tanner. And Ysera is also, she says that she's cautious about it. I'm cautious about this idea in either direction. She states her concerns about not lifting the ban and being enraging all of the people who think that we're here to protect them. Tanner eventually votes against the ban, but agrees with Holden that this should be something tabled for a future discussion. And then it pretty much doesn't matter what Ysera votes, so she just kind of concedes to everyone's decision. There's a lot of chatter in the room. Everyone's trying to be quiet, but it's hard not to have a reaction to all of the votes that unfolded. Eventually, Sana steps back up to the podium. She goes,
Well, it seems as though we've all made our choices, but it also appears that we have a future meeting to hold. Everyone had stipulations on certain votes that they cast today, and I don't want to ignore that. There is some conversation about, will this not just be one of the yearly things? She goes, well, not if you're all in agreement that it's worth exploring, at least to some degree, using this arcane magic for something. I think we can have a preliminary discussion, and I was about 3 months' time. And everyone seems to agree to that. She goes, all right, well, and before she can say anything else, Matthew stands up and he goes, sorry, I know that we're wrapping up here now. I just wanted to say one more thing. He's going to wait for her to give permission, and she nods. I know this is not normally where we discuss these sorts of things, but given that we have our approver right here in the room with us, I wanted to also throw on the table of that meeting the thought of having more oversight ourselves. And the room just kind of goes a little bit quiet. We were initially supposed to be guiders of this country, and over time we ended up being leaders. And I think perhaps if you guys would all hear me out, at least allow me to add that to the agenda. Vega kind of looks around the room to see if there's any objections, and she goes, all right. And he goes, thank you. It's down. Everyone is kind of let out from the gallery first. Sorry?
Wasn't there another vote on the emancipation?
Oh, the emancipation. Yeah, sorry. I totally skipped over that because I shoved it down the list. That one, yeah. That one wasn't swayed at all, I don't think. So the votes end up 4 against 2. The 2 4s are Brienn and Vaelthar. Actually, Davrun was neutral. Varn, Lot, Tanner all set against, and it seemed to be this this idea of they feel that if we were to like condense down to just 5 people in this country, though it would make voting a lot more decisive. It kind of frees Avosia out of this like sort of bubble that they've put themselves in. And they would like to explore that more in the future with Vaelthar. Though Varn, Lot, and Tanner all just seem kind of grumpy old men almost in their outlooks on that. Like, this is the way that we've always been. Daveroom doesn't mind the idea, but he also thinks that they've been a little bit more private over the years than they should have.
compared to what they offer to Balin in return. So they kind of table that discussion. And that seems to kind of tick off Balin, but she's also not surprised by it. You got the impression that the Avosia emancipation has been a thing that's always been up for debate every single time since the Silver Council became like the main thing. You guys eventually are let out of this room. It seems like they want everyone else to leave before the chancellors also make their exit. Was there anything you guys wanted to do on the way out? You're kind of directed to wait for Brienn, like around the corner near the door.
When we were in that space, how long were we there for?
I think the total time would have been about, let's say, about 2 hours-ish.
Okay. Was there any other familiar faces in the crowd?
Oh, that's a good question. Is Nyra the only one looking?
I want to look for Kemi.
Yeah. I want to look for Adrian too. Sorry.
What did you say?
Oh, I said I want to look for Adrian as well.
Adrian? Give me a perception check for that one. Nyra, you notice that you don't see Kemi here, but you immediately clock Skylar. I don't think Alina notices, but Nyra could easily point her out.
She would.
She's sitting on the opposite side of the room, and she didn't sit in the bleachers. She was like standing next to it almost, just kind of observing.
Any other fancy day rooms hanging out?
You don't see Emmerich. You don't see Andrew. You do see
We've seen Daniel's portrait if he happens to be there.
You do see Daniel. He again is sitting across, and he's so unreadable in his expression as he's watching this whole thing. Apart from that, I don't think you do, but Raelynn, you don't see Adrian, but what you do hear is that somebody comments on the fact that Adrian's not in his seat. And when they say that, they're looking towards where Thea is.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, apart from that, you don't see anyone else that clocks as familiar to you, and you do overhear the fact that some people have gotten held up in Mournhold.
Okay.
you guys kind of snuck out of there a different way.
Or sneaky snacks.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, you get the impression that they have not been able to leave for a little bit while they were figuring out what was going on. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys make your way around the corner, escorting or meeting up with Brienn eventually. And suddenly there is a sort of whispering happening from a group behind you. You see that at the very end of the hall, you guys are kind of at this this entrance or the exit to leave, and at the very end of the hall around the corner, you can see that Vea is talking to Matthew, and Matthew is looking very concerned. And he just shakes his head and shrugs, and they eventually follow out, but he's looking disheartened. And when you guys head downstairs through this sort of doorway and into the main hall downstairs, Brienn is stopped by two Savorin armed forces, and walking down a path towards the building are 5 mages of the Academy of the Open Hand. They make their way into the building. And right behind them is an unsettlingly familiar face, as you see an elvish woman with very severe features. She's walking a lot more weakly than the others, but she's walking straight towards Brienn. You see Chistana Karis entering the building. And the Savorin officers that stop Brienn say, "Sorry, ma'am, but you're going to have to come with us for questioning." Matthew comes out of the door behind you guys shortly after and interjects. "Sorry, what is this about? Can I ask?" And he goes, "Miss Entar here there is some suspicion that she has perhaps been compromised over the last few days. We have been tracking down some suspicious activity happening, which led us to her place." And Brienn seems like concerned about, "Well, I can assure you that I am not doing anything untoward, and I'm not under the influence of any sort of spell or casting." And Matthew is like, "What exactly is it that you've been tracking?" Tristana's still making her way this way, and you hear there was an item stolen. And with that, how do I want to end this?
you find yourselves out near where you guys entered. You were standing in this lobby, and now you are completely on the other side of the street of where you guys came in. It's like no time has passed at all. Looking back at the building, you can see Tristana still going into the building, but her and everyone around her has completely frozen in place. And I think we will perhaps end things there. Unless you guys have an immediate thing you want to do with that information.
They're all frozen in place?
It looks like
What?
they've been stopped and you are
We're just like on the other
on
side.
the other side. Yeah.
What
Did
the
we
fuck?
Did we see anything?
You
Like
didn't.
any-
You saw that Matthew looked towards you guys, and that was the last thing you saw before you were outside.
We were able to move though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we were essentially just like snapped across the street and like
Yep.
there.
Boy, cast time stop.
You're now looking in from the
Yeah.
outside.
That does
I
seem
think
to be
he helped
needed.
us.
It's time to go.
Success.